Hello there everyone and welcome back to Top 10. Yesterday we had a very big wedding and how could we not cover that? The Duke of Windsor actually now officially has a duchess. This was a very high profile wedding. Some also call it the wedding of the year, and there was a lot of buzz around what would Olivia wear and who would the designer of her dress be. Will King Charles be there? Which family tiara will Olivia wear to marry the Duke? Well, the Duke and Duchess of Westminster have finally tied the knot at the breathtaking Chester Cathedral. And the new Duchess actually revealed some time ago that they will be basing themselves in Chester, even if her husband owns many properties everywhere basically. And the wedding had approximately 400 guests, including the Prince of Wales and Princess Eugenie. Now, let's speak about the guests' fashion. Princess Eugenie was there, and given her track record, you're kind of always worried about her fashion choices for weddings, but actually not this time. It did seem, however, that quite a number of the guests did steal a page out of her wedding guest style book from past events. Because actually some guests were wearing distracting and unnecessary bold colors like excessive prints, and we also had some a couple super weird headpieces. So while Eugenie has apparently learned quite a bit from her past fashion disasters, many guests actually caught the eye for some debatable choices, and you actually think they would know better for such a high society affair. But anyway, let's dive in. First of all, a little bit about the wedding. In honor of the occasion, which as I said is considered the wedding of 2024, 100,000 flowers have been planted all across Chester. The cathedral was also adorned with some beautiful roses, lavenders, baby's breath, and there was a gigantic flower arch right outside the cathedral doors, and it was absolutely grand when the bride walked through it. Apparently the couple plans to donate all their wedding flowers to local charities and organizations. Chester Cathedral is actually located just a few kilometers away from the family's residence, which is Eaton Hall, where the couple got engaged back in April 2023. Actually, their engagement photos were actually taken on the grounds of the estate with the couple smiling, and they were wearing fairly low-key outfits against the backdrop of these beautiful colorful blooms in the Eaton Hall estate. Again, a little bit about the wedding. Apparently, the wedding cake was a lemon wedding cake inspired by the wedding cake at Prince Harry's wedding to Meghan Markle back in 2018, because it's no secret that the Duke and Prince Harry are actually very good friends, and Prince Harry declined the invite because apparently Prince Harry and the Duke actually agreed it would be slightly difficult for Harry to be present, and we can all imagine why. And so Harry declined the invitation, but the lemon cake was apparently very similar to the one that Prince Harry had at his wedding. Now, if you like our videos, please remember to like, share, and comment. It's not a biggie for you, but it is actually super important for us. And also subscribe to our channel and hit that bell so that you make sure that you don't miss any of our future videos. And if you feel particularly generous and want to support our channel and help us continue producing our videos, there is a super thanks button right below the video, and we are very grateful to anyone who will hit it. And now let's go real deep into the fashion from the event. First of all, of course, is the bride. The bride, Olivia, arrived with her father, Rupert Henson, at the church in a vintage Bentley. And when she arrived, it was super windy, which of course did not help help at all with her entire dress, but especially veil situation, unfortunately. Olivia's bridal bouquet featured many flowers picked from the gardens of Eaton Hall, her husband's family estate, including meadowgrass, oakside daisies, Irish roses, and many other flowers. And I must confess that I thought that that bridal bouquet was absolutely charming, and I thought it was perfect. This is my personal opinion, of course. Moving on to her dress. Olivia wore bespoke bridal dress and also veil by Emilia Victoria Payne to marry the Duke of Westminster. The dress was an ivory silk crepe satin dress, which was intricately embroidered around the neckline, the sleeves, and the veil, of course, was also embroidered. And it was actually steeped in tradition because apparently the designer hand drew the embroidery design on both dress and veil. And the embroidery design featured some floral motifs from Olivia's great-great-grandmother's veil from the end of the 19th century, precisely 1880. Olivia styled her long hair in an intricate updo, and she topped it with the Grosvenor family headpiece, the Faberge myrtle leaf tiara, which is a piece that has been in the Grosvenor family since 1906, and it's actually made for the family brides to wear on their wedding day. So now we know exactly what tiara Olivia wore on her wedding dress, which was actually on her wedding day, which was actually one of the very big questions about this wedding. Everybody was actually wondering, what tiara will she wear? And there we go. It's absolutely a beautiful tiara, deep in the traditions of the family, so a perfect choice. Now, the dress. The dress featured a bias cut skirt, a waistband, gathered sleeves, a drop waist, and a sort of keyhole on the back, and apparently a detachable 2-meter train. The neckline, as I said, was embroidered with hand appliqued embroidery that of course had this special link to the bride's family, and as I said, it was actually hand designed by the designer of the dress, Emma Victoria Payne. Now, Olivia's ivory silk gown, I think that it was a perfect reflection of like her personal style. She is a sort of sleek and elegant and timeless and yet modern, so I think it was a perfect fit for her. Very honestly, I am so not a fan of that sort of oval cutout on the back of the dress. I really didn't like it. It does really nothing for me there. I think that it's a sort of a completely useless, let's say, element to this dress. I really liked the neckline, not only because of the meaning of the neckline, but I actually really liked it. I liked the shape of the neckline, and I liked how the embroidery looked like up there. I'm not 100% sure about those sleeves though, and the veil was nice, but from my point of view, and this is really my personal opinion, there's a big no for her hairstyle and the makeup. It made her look older. It really aged her, and in close-ups she kind of looked like very stressed. I don't know, probably it's this effect of the entire the combination between the hairstyle and the makeup, which really aged her, so I didn't really like it. liked the dress. I liked how it looked on her, just a few details here and there, but the styling, I'm not a big fan of it. And now let's move on to the something blue element. Olivia decided to wear this pair of dark blue velvet heels that came adorned with this dramatic bow. And the brand is a Barcelona-based brand, which is called Silvia Lago, and the specific shoe is the Valentina 8 Riviera style. Now, again, my personal opinion, I think that the shoes were not a perfect match with the delicate nature of the dress. And the other thing is that they looked to me like day wear shoes. The finish and the big bow up front didn't really make them work perfectly with this wedding gown in particular. I mean, don't get me wrong, they are absolutely beautiful and elegant, but in my personal opinion, not in a way that goes with this dress. And I have read quite a lot of comments, and I've seen that there's quite a bit of people out there who actually share my opinion, some saying that it actually ruined the entire look. Some people writing someone should have told her about the shoes, they are totally wrong for that dress. So I get the something blue, and probably it's nice that the touch of blue was on the shoes. It's just that these specific shoes are not right for that dress and not right for the occasion. They're really more of day wear shoes, or shoes that you would wear on a different occasion. And actually, when she's walking and the shoes kind of peep out from under the dress, I'm really not a big fan of these shoes the way they look with the dress. I would definitely buy them and wear them with something else, not with this dress. Now, her husband, the Duke of Westminster, he looked very sharp on his big day, and he wore this morning suit with a pink tie. Nothing to say there, very elegant. He was actually very happy, smiling all the time. And now let's move on to the big royal guest of the day. Prince William attended, and he was actually representing the entire royal family, because again, the answer to the question, will King Charles attend, was no, King Charles did not attend. So basically, Prince William was there for let's say his for representing the royal family, and he also took on the role of usher. He sported a morning suit with a blue tie with a pin, and again, very elegant. Nothing more to say about the way he looked. He was elegant, he was appropriate, he really looked very charming in that outfit. Now, the other very big royal guest to this wedding was Princess Eugenie, and as I said, I must confess that Princess Eugenie was a big yes from my point of view. She wore this olive green dress designed by Joseph. It's like long-sleeved, asymmetric, pleated skirt, satin finished dress. The upper part was knit fabric, and it featured this V neckline and this close-fitting cut, while the lower part was actually more flowing. The skirt had a little bit of volume to it. It was pleated with this asymmetric hemline. I really liked it. I liked the color. I loved how the color looked on her. So really well done there. And she also chose to wear accessories all in a sort of nude slash cream shade. She wore this cream pillbox hat with a netting by Emily London, which is one of the big favorites from the royal family. And as I said, all the accessories were a nude cream color. Even the clutch was a nude cream color. And it's a clutch which has previously been worn by her sister Princess Beatrice, and it's a Anya Hindmarch tassel clutch. Well, The shoes are actually perfectly matching with the rest of the accessories, and they are Aquazzura high heels. And they are the exact same heels that Meghan Markle wore when she and Prince Harry announced their engagement a few years ago. So the exact same shoes, as you can see from the picture. I actually think that this ensemble was very well put together, so very, very well done, Princess Eugenie, on this occasion. If I had to say something about it, probably maybe for her, the dress is perfect the way it is. Just for her, I would have probably finished it off with maybe a belt just to mark the waistline just a little more, but the dress is marvelous and it looks really very, very good on her. It's just a personal opinion. Maybe I would have finished it off with a belt, but I really don't know. It's really very nice. The very nice look, very well put together. Moving on to the mother of the bride, Olivia's mom chose a light blue tweed coat dress, a blusher suede bag, and a wide brimmed hat. And I like the colors there. I think she sort of looked good. I liked how she looked, and I really liked her choice. It was understated yet very, very elegant. Now let's look at the ladies from the groom's family, including the mother Natalia and the sisters Lady Edwina, Lady Tamara, and Lady Viola. They all arrived in like coordinating shades of pink and red. It looked like that they really chose that sort of color palette. It was something around the pink and the red, various shades, of course. And the bolder shade was the one worn by Natalia Grosvenor, the Duchess of Westminster, actually the mother of the groom. The mother of the groom wore this fuchsia, very, very bright pink shade custom-made dress coat, and she wore this matching fascinator with which she did make a huge statement. I think that hat is horrible. It looks like a firework on her head. I really don't get why she would wear such bold color. It's a really very, very strong shade of pink. What I really did like is that she carried this Olympia Le Ten Paris clutch, which actually says "C'est quoi l'amour?", which means what is love, and I thought it was perfect for the wedding. I really love the clutch. And then in terms of accessories, I mean, the shoes are nice. I think that it's just that she paired this look with red Manolo Blahnik heels, which, as I said, are nice per se, but they really clash with this specific dress. They just don't go well with the with the dress. So there's a very big color clash there, and I think that in terms of accessories, the only thing that she actually got right was the clutch, because the headpiece is absolutely horrible. Now, moving on to Lady Viola. Lady Viola wore this polka dot off-the-shoulder maxi dress by Selected Femme and a pair of Aquazzura bow tie pumps, and she carried a powder blue Fendi bag. I think that she totally, completely, utterly missed the mark with this specific ensemble. It was perfect for a garden party, not for a high society wedding, not for her brother's wedding. It looked very casual. The fabric looked extremely light. I did love the shoes. I absolutely do not understand the pale blue that she chose for the accessories, and while the bag is kind of okay, the headband is a huge no. So she was underdressed, but not in an elegant way. She was underdressed like in a totally wrong way, like got the completely wrong occasion kind of way. Lady Edwina. Lady Edwina, from my point of view, was another one of the fashion stars of the day. She wore this pale rose dress by Roxanda, and she teamed it with a pair of Malone Soulier shoes. I really like that. It's extremely elegant. She's not overdoing it with anything. The accessories are absolutely perfect. The fabric, the cut of the dress, it's really, from my point of view, this is my personal opinion, a very, very good choice for the wedding, for this sort of high society affair that this event was. And I'm not a huge fan of the shoes, but I actually think that they work really very well with this specific dress and with the rest of the accessories that she's wearing. Now, moving on to Lady Tamara. Lady Tamara sure made a bold statement in this cream and floral printed dress, to which she added this gold headpiece, which seemed to be made up of leaves. My personal opinion, it was way too rich and embroidered, and that headpiece, don't even get me started on it. It looks like one of those tacky souvenirs that you pick up from the street carts when you're on holiday, and then you actually regret even buying it, and it looks like she turned one of those things into her headpiece. I mean, this was her brother's wedding, and you'd think that she would put a little more thought and effort into deciding what she would wear, and that she would actually style whatever she wore the right way. Especially because all of these people have help when it comes to picking their clothes. It's not like they wake up in the morning, as I do, for example, and I have to choose my own outfits on my own. They really have people helping them pick the clothes, style the clothes, and you really don't get how then she looks like she rolled out of the bed and wore a couch fabric from the 18th century to her brother's high society wedding. I am sorry, I really think that she was one of the big fails of this wedding in terms of fashion choices. And now the other guests that were not family from the two spouses. Now, Rosie Fan Custom, she's no stranger to high society weddings, and you can tell she also made some sort of a bold choice there with a bold yellow patterned Emilia Pucci floral gown, which she complemented with this statement waist belt. But I think that she made a statement in a very good way there. She looks very good in it. She paired it with black accessories. The only thing that I'm not really sure about is the sort of Vietnamese style hat that she's wearing there. I'm not 100% sure about it. I mean, the hat taken in isolation, the way it looks on her, I think that the overall ensemble is good. I really liked how she looked. Charlie Van Straubenzee and his wife Daisy. Daisy totally looked radiant in this pink floral dress by the Vampire's Wife. By the way, this is one of the royal loved brands that closed earlier this year. I think that she really looked good in the dress that she chose, and I also kind of liked that there was some color coordination between the color of her dress and the color of her husband's tie. Charlie and his wife Annika, they looked fresh. She was absolutely glowing as they arrived at the church, and she definitely rocked this pastel pink close-fitting style and the taupe headband. This is one of those occasions where I really like the headband, even if I'm not a big fan I liked the way it looked on her. She was extremely elegant. Again, she did not overdo it, and I think that she was absolutely perfect for this specific occasion. Thomas van Straubenzee and his wife Lucy. Lucy looked absolutely incredible in this Beulah London pale blue dress with this high ruffled collar with the pearl buttons and this bow tie hat. Princess Beatrice has actually been seen with this dress before, and again, I think that this was a nice choice, very good for the occasion. And then Violet Henderson Weasley. Princess Eugenie arrived with Violet, who is a very good friend of hers, and for the occasion Violet wore a tweed set and heeled black pumps. Nothing to say about that. It was kind of okay. So now, the couple had this very big traditional romantic ceremony. After that, they sort of had a lavish reception, and the details of that were secretly guarded. And after that, and of course the reception was held at Eaton Hall, and in the afternoon they had this sort of afternoon evening, they had a grand party with some of their guests. The reason why I'm saying this is that we briefly move on now to a little bit of the fashion that we saw, that we could see for the evening party. Now, let's start with Princess Eugenie. While I did love Princess Eugenie's look for the wedding ceremony, I am not sure I really like what she chose for the evening party. I know that a lot of people liked it. Perhaps it's my personal bias. Those of you who know me know that I'm not a big fan of tie-high splits, and I think that that split was really a bit too much. The dress looks black with this with these colorful floral with the colorful floral embroidery on front. I'm not a big fan of it. It's not like it doesn't look good on her, but between the tie-high split and the dress itself, the embroidery, I'm not really sure I like it. I did like, though, the accessories that she chose, the strappy gold heels, and particularly the gold clutch bag I thought was really very, very nice. And then, of course, all the other guests we already saw in the morning. Thomas van Straubenzee, Lucy, Charlie, and Daisy, they changed into their wedding reception attire, which looked definitely more laid back than what they were wearing in the morning. Lucy wore this pastel yellow dress, which I think was a very lovely choice for an early summer wedding. I really like the shade of yellow and it looked good on her. While Daisy actually chose this ombre look with the color fade, with this color fade dress, which I think that looked good on her. The dress is really nice. It looks good on her. I like the sleeves, and I really like the shades of pink, orange, yellow. What I really don't get about this look is the metallic heels. I mean, I understand where she's coming from, because what she was clearly trying to do here was to wear heels that in a way matched the colors of the dress, because as you can see there is like a little bit of pink in there, a pinkish lavender shade, and there is this orange shade. But the thing is that it's probably the metallic finish, or maybe it's just that the shade is absolutely wrong and it doesn't match with the dress. dress. Probably she could have gone with something completely different, not trying to recall the shades of the dress, and it would have looked better, because those shoes really are not a good match for the dress and for the colors of the dress. That's all from our side. Let us know who you actually think was very well dressed, so your top choices, and who you think completely missed the mark at the royal wedding. At this very sorry, not royal wedding, but the royals were there, so it always feels like it's a royal wedding. This is a high society wedding more than a royal wedding. So let us know what you think about the fashion choices. We hope you enjoyed this video, and I also hope to see you for our next video, and bye for now.